check out this dude, man. I seen this dude on
How we like black men specifically get into like these low probability career goals, right? Ball player, entertainment, rapping, all of these things that have like there's like less than 1% of the population do, and even at an elite level, 1% of 1% do. And I think we have a bad habit of really playing the lottery with our life. Now, I've always been an advocate for like if you're not going the college route, to go to trade school route, because even if you do have a dream, well, we in here chasing dreams right now. You know what I'm saying? But we got a foundation set. It ain't necessarily always got to be that you got kids. It's for your own individual self. You need to set a foundation. Like, you got to get some money. This is capitalism 101. You ain't got no money and you chasing a dream. Niggas ain't trying to give you no free room and board. And then what's the alternative? Especially like you want to get into different careers, you got to start selling drugs. Niggas end up selling drugs, then niggas end up not being good at selling drugs. Now you're doing drugs. And we've seen it play out time and time and time again, where I think that we have an entire tradition around 16 to 22-year-old men that don't get any real foundation in their life. They start chasing a dream, and then before you know it, you're a real adult, and you have expectations and responsibilities, not only from your family, but it could be from the aspect of like your friends. You seeing your friends progress and move on. And I get it, like the culture will tell you, like, I ain't getting no job, I ain't finna go work for nobody. But even in entrepreneurship, that's a big risk. A lot of niggas that call themselves serial entrepreneurs are serially broke and drowning in debt. Credit card debt, for one. Taking out loans that they can't pay back because the risk didn't pay off. You know what I'm saying? They now, it's like a constant state of robbing Peter to pay Paul. If we get to a place where we set ourselves up with like a real foundation, of course, the dream never die. The thing that you want to do is never going to go away. I think advocating for us to get more into like technical fields, getting a trade, welding, like things that can be applicable not only to yourself, but to the community. There's like a real thing about this rags to riches story that we don't really fell in love with. And the probability of it happening is less than 1%. And we can't base 99% of our 16 to 22-year-olds futures on less than 1% of success rates. And
so man, y'all think he got a point, or you think he just talking, he just rambling?
Yeah, I mean, of
You
course,
said most people go out to their 1% instead of finding
yeah,
something, the foundation that's more
but
probable.
I mean that 1%, it could be anything.
Yeah,
It can be being
100%.
a businessman. You know, I mean, I'm gonna be an entrepreneur with no real skills or certifications or anything like that. People like to trace the dream. Everybody wants to be rich, but you know, going to college or working a job is slow money, and nobody wants slow money. They want that that big risk and big reward.
Yeah, Pill, how hard is it? How hard is it being an entrepreneur, Pill? How hard is it?
I'm not fully an entrepreneur, but um, it's not hard. It's just you gotta have great time management, man. That's it. That's the
I
most.
mean,
That's the biggest thing that I would see. You know, time
yes.
man. But everything has its little ups and downs. But
Not
to
only
me, it's not as hard as people mapping it out to be. But then again, I work a job too, but I'm not. That's what I'm saying. I ain't doing it just full time.
I think even a job, entrepreneurship, or anything you want to be great at, not only do you got to have time management, you got to be consistent at something. You got to be consistent, and you got to take care of yourself so you can be consistent. It's like a lot of detailed stuff that you got to do that a lot of people don't want to do. Like
Yeah,
if you know you don't like this in your diet, your body don't like this, you probably don't need to eat. You got to find some what you can afford in the realm of what you can eat that's gonna give you the energy to do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Being reliable. A lot of people don't. I guess a lot of people don't want to do that. But if you own a business, it's on you. You have to be reliable. You have to be consistent, and you got to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I think that
Um,
they call, like you said, time management and self management.
Yeah.
yeah.
You are the person. You are the boss. If you didn't like getting up for school, You're not
Boy.
gonna like getting up for your own business, and you
Right.
control your money. When you
Right.
get up, what you eat, what you drink, the rest you get. You know what I mean? It's
Yep.
on you. You have to manage all that. All of this is basically a 24-hour job, and you don't like to work. But all of a sudden, you're gonna be a good entrepreneur. You know what I mean? You're
Right.
gonna be good at running a business.
Right.
You never was good at math. You didn't try to work on that. You didn't try to gain knowledge. You know, you still like if you cutting yards, you installing cameras. You know what I mean? You in tech, whatever you are doing, you put fences together. Research that. You know what I mean? Get better at your own craft. Increase knowledge. You can't increase skill without increasing knowledge. You know what I mean? Experience only gets you so far. You know what I mean? I've been doing this since I was 6 years old. Well, things are improving all the time. You know what I mean? We're getting new techniques and there's more knowledge out there. So
And then too, go ahead, Phil. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the reality. After you do the research, you gotta understand the reality too. Like, it's in the business plan, like feasibility. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing. Sometimes the banks ask you, like, is it feasible in the area that you're trying to serve? The service that you're providing? They ask you that. I didn't even think that was a thing, but it is. And they'll say, what's the median income for the area? Oh, the median income is 35 to 40.
Yeah.
And then they just start grilling you. I've had it happen, man. It's pretty crazy, but it's like, so I think I was trying to do the cameras one time. So I said, it's like, so you think if you went to a person's house in Southwest and asked her to buy like a full camera system, they're gonna give you, X amount of dollars or whatever. And I said, yeah, they would. I went and did it. It's like, you know what they tell me? I could go to Sam's, man, to buy that. But I'm just keeping it real, man. I mean, you got to understand, like we was talking about with that politician. She was like, man, if I need signs, they cost $5 a sign. $5 may not mean that much to you to buy a sign, but somebody else, that's some food that lasts them for like 3 or 4 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just kind of how it goes. You know what I'm saying? And people always say, well, why they always go over there to the other side of town? That's kind of where the money is. People got extra income to spend. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that part too.
You gotta watch the product you're selling. Are you selling a premium product? Something that's going to be $40, $100, $200 services, like the cameras, or you're selling something like a beauty product. Hair stores, they sell cheaper items, but they sell them in volume. You know what I mean? They're selling $1,001 units a day.
And that's the thing, right? That's the reality part of it. If you sell something cheap and it breaks in 2 months, they're gonna blame you for it. Even though you both know that they wanted something cheap, they still gonna trash you on Facebook. Man, that nigga Mike showed me some junk cameras, man.
A camera is something that's got to be premium. You know what I mean? Something.
No, but people don't. I'm trying to tell you, man. They don't want premium when you present it to them. Like, oh, nah, man, you ain't got that. Man, give me the $20 camera, man.
I mean, that's what you're selling. You can either be Walmart or you can be Gucci. You know what I mean? So it's either one. A premium product is Gucci. Walmart sells a lot more than Gucci, but Gucci sells it at a higher price. It's a premium product. They have a target audience. And that's
what I'm saying is Walmart has way more things that they sell. But if you just sell cameras and that's your livelihood,
your business got to be like that. If you're, I'm not talking
even
about
with the yard, right? Even with the yard, like Peel gives somebody a discount. Just generally, I'm not saying anybody in general. I'm just saying if somebody say, man, I ain't got no money, can you do it for 20? And Peel say, yeah, I'll do it for 20, and he missed a spot. A person to go on Facebook and say, oh, man, he came over and cut my yard, man. He ain't even weed eat it right. Man, he only... That's the kind of stuff you deal with, man. It's crazy.
That's the price of business.
$20. Yeah, I say for $20,
I'm just using an example.
Not expect nothing good.
But they do. If people do, though, I'm trying to tell you.
The world we live in, you get what you pay for. I don't, care what your expectation was. I'm selling a product. You get it for $5. It break in 2 weeks. You buy another one. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You roll it too hard. I mean, it's affordable to replace.
Like I say, I have had someone try to go the cheaper route, and then I come back to it. I'm like, oh yeah, you tried to get somebody else. You tried to
Yeah.
get a great value,
Yeah.
lawman, and see what they did.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? You got spoiled goods, but
Says grass looks like Bobby Brown WAP. Remember that WAP?
man,
It
hey,
curved on the side.
I swear, boy, cut a whole patch in your stuff, boy.
Then I just want to say this too, man, before we get off this topic is we was talking about chasing that 1% of playing the lottery. Man, you really got to be realistic about where you're at, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes people don't want to face the realistic part, like, of where they at. Like, I'm pretty sure we all had to face that. All three of us had to face that when we was younger. Like, what are we really doing and where we at? And you have to really get to that point so you can know where to go, you know what I'm saying? But you got to admit to where you at first. Like you
Right.
said, have that foundation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's ain't and it's like it ain't all about sports or being a rapper.
No.
Everybody deserves to be a millionaire. Well, why Mike a millionaire and I'm not? Well, you know what I mean. Why Pia got a #1 album and I don't? I'm special too.
Right.
I am special. God made me special. So why don't? Where's my million? Where's my 6 figures? And people have the attitude like that. It's gonna be me. My turn is coming. I just gotta have faith. You know what I mean? But they say faith without works is dead. So you gotta
Boy, you got to put in that
figure
work. You
something
definitely
out.
got to
You
put
know
in
what I
that
mean?
work. Yeah.
God didn't give you your million yet, but what you gonna do today?
Because you got to realize talent is just not enough. You need more. You got to have talent plus the other stuff. Like if you don't got the machine behind you, like if you're in music, you don't got the machine behind you, not gonna work. Or if you're not able to fund your own stuff, it's probably not gonna work. I was listening to Keith Sweat on the Breakfast Club. He said he didn't even have a manager. He did his own paperwork because he didn't want a middleman to come between him and his money. You know what I'm saying? A manager can have your stuff come in. He could take money out the front end. You won't even know it's there because you just trusting somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, when they get to their video, they don't want to put in their work. Like Steve Harvey. You remember he said the accountant like gypped him out of money and he ended up passing away. But a lot of times what I've seen, like going to school, his master's degree stuff is when they go do that stuff, if you have it set up, they can't approve. You have to. You have it set up to where you have to sign off on it before they do it, instead of just saying you do it and just let me know later. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people just get lazy, but like I just trust you to do it, and then that Negro attitude. If he trusts me to do it, I can take a little bit off the top. He won't even know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Bernie Madoff didn't get a bunch of Negroes.
Who?
So
I'm talking about like when people get ripped. The people get ripped off for money and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be negligence involved. You know, you're not really paying attention because you got so much other stuff going on. But you, man, don't ever pay attention to your money, man. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hey man, you got to pay attention to your finances, and they don't have those classes like that no more. But they got some stuff that's kind of similar, but it's not
Yeah.
as much the same. But because I think we did have financial classes or something like that at McClellan. I think account. We did have account in there. I'm tripping.
yeah, I mean, they can,
Yeah, man, we had a class together. I think we all
Yeah.
three of us was in that class. Miss Ann class or something like that before
Yeah.
she left. Yeah. I mean, but it's remembering it. I can. It's one of them things you gotta really love it, man. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, man,
well,
it
I
ain't gonna
mean,
stick with you though.
those were life skills. We were given the skills before we were put in this situation to use those skills. So
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.